Welcome to the wonderful world of cartoon hands. This part and the next part will be all about modeling them in plasticity. So let's get ready to surf it! Okay, let's start modeling some hands, cartoon hands. Disney style cartoon hands. You know those guys in Disney movies, they run around with gloves, glove-like hands. And that's what we will do in this video. And we will do it, of course, entirely with plasticity. In plasticity, this time we will rather do some solid modeling than surfacing. And this will be also a very fun part. And here you will also see the power of plasticity when it comes to solid modeling. So let's delete this cube, pressing X, and let's create a sphere. Go to the top view, pressing numpad 7, and let's create a sphere, something like this. That's okay. Let's scale this guy on the Z-axis, pressing SZ, and do something like this. And on the X-axis, pressing SX, something like this. And leave this guy for now. And so the bottom, this will be the palm of the hand. Let's right away jump into modeling the fingers. Our hand will have 4 fingers, like we are used from the Disney world again. I don't know why they have 4 fingers. Therefore, press Ctrl F for the control point curve and create 3 control points. So a line which consists of 3 control points, so we can go to control point mode and play around with the control points and bending them. Let's go to front view, edge mode, select this line, GG, go to control point mode and start designing your cartoon finger. Okay, for now I will stick with this look. Go to edge mode, select this guy, press P for piping. Section size, let's try 100 millimeters for now. Of course, that's far too thin. Let's try something like 500. That's far too thick. 300 is too thin. 400. 400 looks okay. And here is a new feature, a relatively new feature in plasticity. You can scale the pipe, so you can taper it. So if we check scale and type in a value, let's say 1.5, you see what you can do. The pipe will have a tapered look. That's cool, but that's too much. Let's try something like 1.3. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go with 1.3. Let's take this guy, object mode, and scale it, pressing SS. Too thick for the hand. Go to front view, GG, something like this. Again, look, go to face mode, select the face, and delete it, pressing Shift X. Go to edge mode, select this guy, and patch it, pressing Shift J. And let's go with G1 continuity. I know for now this looks a little bit weird. It doesn't look like a hand, but we will work on it. So let's go to show edges and hide the edge, and hide also this one. We don't need it. Let's keep on adding some fingers. Go to top view, Shift D, make the second finger, which will be the index finger. RZ. For rotating it along the Z axis, we are looking from the top. GG, something like this. The index finger can be a little bit smaller, so let's press SS. Scale it proportionally. Okay. RZ again. Rotate it. And I want to have a distance between these fingers. You will see in a second why. But for now, let's create a distance. RZ again. Okay, I will leave it like this for now. We are just making a rough layout. So to select this guy, the index finger, press Shift D and GG, bring it to here. Now we will make the pinky finger RZ. This one can be, again, a little bit smaller than the other ones. I mean, in cartoon hands, often the fingers have the same size, but we will nevertheless stick a little bit to the normal human anatomy. So let's take this guy, scale it on the y-axis, SY, something like this. Let's look from all other perspectives. Maybe we can scale it along the Y and X axis, but not on the Z axis. So let's press, go to object mode, select this guy, press S, Shift Z, scaling it on the X and Y axis, but excluding the Z axis. SY, I will leave this one for now like that. And let's keep on adding fingers. So only one, so we have 4. The thumb, let's take this guy this time. Maybe we will create an entirely new finger, but let's see what we get if we press Shift D, GG, GG, and bring this guy here to somewhere here, and rotate it along the Z axis, of course. Something like this. The left side or the right side. Yeah, right side is better. Press R for rotating it. Rotate this guy a little bit more. And bring it inward. Of course, this is all, again, a lot of guesswork. Maybe yours looks different than mine. RX, so rotate it on the X-axis. Again, bring it a little bit inside into the hand, into the palm. GY. This time we can make a little bit bolder adjustments. Yeah, I will leave this one for now. So even though cartoon hands are are not that detailed, you can always see this line. So that's what we will create also. So therefore, let's take this palm in object mode, press Shift D for duplicating it. Let's look from the bottom view. Yeah, what we will want to do, what we want to achieve now is creating the connection between the hand and the thumb. So roughly something like this. And let's do now the other side. We go to object mode, select this guy, duplicate it. GG for freestyle moving. Rotate it along the Z axis. Okay. GG. Let's go to object mode. S, Y. This one can be a little bit thicker than this one. Let's also drag along the Z-axis, something like this. GY, oh sorry, GZ. Of course, yours will look different, so you don't have to follow along all the steps. I just show you the basic idea behind modeling such a cartoon hand in Plasticity. Go to object mode, select this guy, GZ. Okay, I will leave this one for now. And before making the magic happen, I would highly recommend to select all the solids and duplicating them, Shift D, then group them, pressing Ctrl G. So all the duplicated ones are in this group. Double click and call it backup. Because now we will go destructive with this one. And we want to have our main model, which we can alter for other finger positions. We want to keep it here so we can always go back and add it. Now let's start making the Boolean operation. So let's take all these guys, press Q, hit OK. And if we go to edge mode and select this edge and this edge, this edge, this one, we can fill it. And here we will see the power of plasticity, hopefully. If we press B, we can fill it. I would like to show you something. Oftentimes, when we fill it in plasticity, we have to make a kind of guesswork. Sometimes when we go negative, we are doing the chamfer instead of the filleting. So we have to go positive again and do some annoying guesswork. So therefore, to avoid going to the chamfer, we can fill it right away by pressing B and D. So now we know that we will fill it right away. Let's keep on filleting, this time this guy, all these edges of these fingers. Again, BD. Let's fill it. And now you can see why I have made a nice distance between all the fingers so we can fill it. We can fill it like crazy. Press OK. Here I have overdone some filleting, but again, let's take this guy and fillet this also. But plasticity is very flexible. So in a matter of a few minutes, we have done a very organic shape. Okay, the fillet failed. The last fillet we have done. Let's do it again without overdoing it this time. Let's do a tiny fillet. I always press BD to filleting right away, like I told you, without going to the chamfer mode first. And I will leave this one as it is. Maybe I can fillet this one also, but just a little, because I like this crease here. Well, you know what? I will leave it as it is. I will just fillet this part. BD. Look at this. This is crazy. Let's also fix this part. Go to top view again and create a sphere. Something like this. That's okay. Let's look from the front perspective. SX. Let's scale it on the x-axis. Yeah, something like this. Now on the z-axis, pressing SZ. Okay, let's look from the top view and bring this guy here. You may have noticed those cartoon gloves, they have oftentimes a bump before going into the arm. So if we have a, let's say, a cylinder, let's assume that this is the arm. We aren't finished. Thinner, so here is a cool transition. Maybe we can bring this guy a little bit down. G, Z. But I don't like this one. I don't like the transition was better when I didn't move it down. So let's go back. This looks better. So, of course, everything is eyeballing and guesswork. So we are basically what we are doing here. We are drawing with plasticity, and that's, I think, I don't know what you guys thinking, but it's very funny. Oh, I have illustrated for years and made a lot of stuff, pencil drawings and the like. Illustrating with 3D software, I love it. Gives you a lot of freedom. The last thing which I would like to do is adding here those creases. You may have noticed that there are oftentimes three lines, and that's what I would like to add here. Again, we won't do any advanced surfacing stuff. We just take our lovely sphere, scale it on the z-axis as Z, something like this. Okay, let's go to top view as Y. Make a duplicate of all these parts and of also this one. Shift D. Hide this one for a minute. If we have made our backup correctly, yeah, that looks okay. I have forgotten to deactivate it. That was a big mistake. So accidentally, I could have selected one of those and edited them. Activate our main model. I will leave this one as it is. Press Q, select this one, Shift select all the parts you want to merge together. Now they are merged, and of course, let's make a tiny filleting, but tiny on these parts because I still want a relatively harsh transition. So press B, D. That's okay, that's okay. Not more. And also here we can merge these two, pressing QQ and Alt select this edge in edge mode. Because if you press without if you select without pressing Alt, you just have one half, but I want the whole edge here to be selected. So therefore I press Alt, so then I have this loop selected. And again, BD, make something like this. This was too much. I want again, a harsh transition here. So that's why I will fill it very minimalistic. Again, BD. Yeah, okay, that's it. Here we are finished with our cartoon hands. Stay tuned for the next part where we will model a cartoon fist, and this time completely with surfacing techniques. Thanks for tuning in. Peace!